Hey guys, Ramen King here with another Story of Seasons video. Today we're going to be looking at some of the comparison shots of the Bachelors between their original Harvest Moon designs and their Story of Seasons designs. All the designs are wildly different in the remake, so let's see how they stack up against their original iterations. The first Bachelor we're going to be looking at is Cliff. Cliff looks like an adventurous 90s RPG protagonist, which isn't a bad thing. Look at him. He looks like he can command his bird to attack you while the birds magically set ablaze. In the remake, his clothes look a lot more exotic than before, and suggest that he's traveled to a different country rather than his original design that kind of suggests that he's kind of like a wild man, that he's been through the wilderness, and through some tough times. His new version also loses the ponytail, which I think they should have kept, but overall, I actually really like this redesign. Next, we have Doctor. I always thought his design was a funny caricature of a doctor because of the huge head mirror and the stethoscope. It's like they thought they really needed to go all out and were thinking, maybe people won't recognize him as a doctor without all the extra hardware. In the remake, he loses all the typical doctor hardware and now just holds a clipboard. As much as I laugh at the old design, its design gives people a reaction in how humorous and ridiculous it is. This new design just makes me think, well, this is kind of a boring representation of a doctor. He does have nicer, more well-groomed hair though. Harvest Moon's gray has always looked like he had an attitude problem. Like, what's his deal? It makes you feel annoyed that he looks annoyed. But this isn't a bad thing because of his story about how frustrated he is while working under his grandpa seeking his approval. His original design was nice because he had clothes that seemed like a good protection for blacksmithing and a recognizable hat. In his new design, oh no, where does hat go? They've also drastically changed his clothes. Not sure if his clothes are appropriate as a blacksmith anymore, but they do look stylish. They also changed his hair color from an orange to more of a blonde color. His facial expression is a lot less angry looking and feels like he's having an inner struggle with his frustrations, which still portrays the character pretty well. Overall, I like Gray's redesign despite the drastic changes. Kai's original design has always made me think that this dude is a pirate. Look at his clothes and bandana. Yarr, during the summer, he lives in the finest shack by the sea. He's also your pirate rival for the Bachelorette potpourri. In the remake, he's just a regular dude in modern men's clothing. He's got a sleeveless zip-up hoodie, some comfy pants, and a comfy beanie. I feel like Kai's new design makes more sense to me now than his old design ever did. Next, Rick's old design comes off as bubbly, maybe a little clumsy, but also hardworking. The oversized glasses give me a slightly nerdy vibe, and honestly, it's pretty fitting for the character's personality. In the remake, whoa, they made Rick a handsome dude? His clothes are now more stylish and fitting to his figure, and his glasses are more fitting to his face. He's also lost the sweatband and longer hair. He got a pretty big glow up. And now for the bonus bachelors. First, Gourmet's original design as a gourmet was pretty fitting. Look at his fancy suit, top hat, and monocle. This man clearly only wants the best delicacies. In the remake, he is now known as vivant. He's very steampunk-esque. I don't get why he's a mix of Renaissance with steampunk and has antennas coming out of his hat. His face is the same. Oh, wait. Perfection. Juan, or Huang as he is known as now, has a very Chinese vibe to him in his original design. I believe he has kung fu garb and a very colorful hat. He also keeps his long hair in a braid. In his new design, he loses his whiskers, and his facial expression is different. He lost his hat and has more styled hair. He also has a smaller strand of hair coming out from the back of his head rather than a large braid. I'm not too sure how to describe his clothes, but they look a lot less like traditional kung fu uniforms. And finally, the Kappa. Look at this character. He's such a good boy. I don't know who'd want to marry him, but I want to be his best friend, prance in the meadow. Oh god, what did they do to him? He looks like a samurai now and looks like he's capable of snapping necks. But, I just want my best friend back. Anyway, that's the end of the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the comparisons between Friends of Mineral Town versions. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button and let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of the redesigns. And I'll see you all in the Bachelorette video for Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town.